Plains and the Southwest. Tyne?
Thanks, Mike. Well, millennials are gaining more influence with retailers and companies when it comes to food preferences in their purchases. As Betsy Gibbon reports in this Farm Journal report, many of these companies are studying up and catering their menus to consumer demand.
It's a generation plagued with stereotypes. Millennials often get a bad rap, but are now having a lot of sway when it comes to food expectations and purchases.
They are the purchase power that has a different type of expectation that we have to work together to figure out how to meet.
Millennials are defined as anyone born between the early 1980s to mid-90s. Now Walmart, the largest grocer, is preparing for those millennial purchases to grow in its stores.
So the millennial consumer will be 30% of retail sales by the year 2020.
Walmart is finding the age group is putting its dollars towards beliefs and brands they feel make a difference.
They care about world challenges. They care about world hunger. They care about poverty. They care about climate change. And they want to be a part of solutions that help address those issues.
Big box stores aren't the only ones studying up. USDA's Economic Research Service is taking a hard look at millennial buying and eating habits too. It turns out that age group prefers to buy fruits and vegetables over meat. In fact, they spend the smallest share of their budgets on items like grains and both red and white meat. Businesses are paying attention. Tyson Foods even making investments into a plant-based protein with a new meatless burger. TGI Fridays is introducing the Beyond Burgers to its restaurant chain nationwide to, quote, answer guests' demand for nutritional menu items that fit their lifestyle needs.
Since May, distribution of the Beyond Burger has seen triple-digit growth and is now available at more than 9,000 food service and retail outlets nationwide.
Despite the push to meatless products, the meat sector is growing, potentially to record amounts.
I think the weights are going to come back up again, and so you put that all together, you got a 5% increase in beef production. But on top of that, a 3% increase in pork production. We continue to build a record for the last 3 years and set a new record on pork production, and then broilers.
Economists say consumers are expected to eat and even surpass a record amount of red meat and poultry this year, despite the millennial trend.
It took from 2007 to 2014 to go from that record down to, we went from 222 pounds per person down to 202, a 10% drop. And in 3 short years, we're going to bring that back up to that record level again.
It's major fast food chains like McDonald's helping beef up demand.
Our customers really do look to McDonald's as a beef company. They want to come to McDonald's for hamburgers.
The popular chain focusing on a fresh beef campaign, even testing a new burger this month called an Arch Burger.
They tell us they want to know more about where their food comes from, how their food is raised, and how it's grown on the farm. And so we're able to work through different efforts and metrics that have been developed, ultimately be able to measure that and bring that to the customer at the end of the day.
The company labels sustainability by 3 E's: economics, environment, and ethics, and working to serve the message to consumers.
One of the examples probably that we do today that's most common is through like animal welfare audits that are required at our supplier facilities, and certainly that's something that we can share or talk about with our customers if they ask.
Consumers and millennials have a say in purchasing power, and it's cooking up choices for each consumer and their fit that's helping satisfy growing appetite today and tomorrow. Reporting for U.S. Farm Report, I'm Betsy Gibbon.
Thanks, Betsy. Now, the study also found millennials will buy red meat as their income rises, but some economists say the trend is why the U.S. needs to focus on bolstering meat exports instead of growing domestic demand. All right, up next, John Fetz.